Hey everybody, I apologize for taking my sweet time here, but a lot of other information came out through epiphany I had, and so I had to do some research on that while I was putting this together earlier. If you are sensitive to your religious beliefs, I implore you, please, please do not watch this video because this video will have you hopping mad. Also, for you people out there who are seeing this video for the first time, please watch part 1 first, or you're not going to understand where we're going. Let's recap real quick. The first video was Metatron's Cube Explained, part 1. Okay, let's recap in that first video that we had. We learned that Enoch of the Bible is none other than Al-Qadir from the Islamic teachings. The green one. Enoch is none other than Jupiter, which they are all none other than Abraxas. Okay? So, now that we have that established, we've established that, can we all agree on this, that all of the secret societies are secret because they are holding secrets from the people that they don't want to know? Can we agree on that? Can we agree that there's a lot of things about Catholicism and the Catholic Church that they are hiding from their followers and that they are hiding from the world? I'm about ready to share everything that they are hiding right here, right now. Not in just this one video, but all of the preceding videos to come. It is all going to be exposed. Now, hopefully I'm able to make it through the whole series without them really getting mad because I'm about ready to expose their whole plan right here. Okay? So, now that we've established about Enoch, Al-Qadir, Jupiter, Abraxas, let's take a look and see what the Freemasons have revealed to us all through their initiations of the Master Mason, which is the 3rd level. Their password for the Master Mason is, who was Tubal Cain? And the answer is, he is the Vulcan of the pagans. Okay? So, Tubal Cain, for you people who don't know who he is, off of the Cain line, that is the son of Adam and Eve, Cain had children. And those children gave birth to like Lamech, Tubal Cain, Jabal, all these different entities. And they are, one of them is Tubal Cain, who in the Bible states that he was the first to be the instructor of metal working. Okay? He made weapons, or he made metals and brass and stuff like that, right? So, who was the god Vulcan? That is the question. There is a pun that goes along with the Tubal Cain, with the password. This is called the Tubal Cain, and is a pun on the secret password of a Master Mason. Tubal Cain. It is also an all too obvious pun on the god of Masonry. Okay, on their god. So let us take a look at this Tubal Cain. Okay. So as we already talked about the Chi-Rho being predating Christianity, and here you can see the phallic symbol of the god that the Freemasons worship right here. Here is the phallic symbol, the 2 balls and the cane. You can see it more here in this symbol right here of the Temple Secreti of the Knights Templar here, that looks like 2 balls and of course a cane. Even Bible commentaries recognize that the name Tubal Cain from the Cain's line actually etymologically and resembles the acts of what the god Vulcan was doing. He was a metal worker who created the weapons for his relatives, Jupiter, Pluto, and Neptune. Okay? So that's who Vulcan, the god Vulcan, was. That's who the Freemasons claim is Tubal Cain, a god. That's right. They claim that Tubal Cain and Vulcan are one and the same. So who did Vulcan make the weapons for? As I just stated, Jupiter. That's right, Jupiter. Okay, we just learned that Enoch and Jupiter is one and the same. All right, so now we have a problem because Enoch on the set line seems to be somehow the same Enoch that is on the Cain line. I know, do not hang up the video just yet, because I guarantee you, once I get done proving my case, you're going boy, I'm telling you, you're going to need to watch this whole thing because it is going to get crazy. Let us take a look at one of the, no, it's actually the biggest and heaviest constructed artifact in the world. It is called Baalbek. It is in Lebanon. And there are stones right there called the Trilithon or the Trialathon, however you pronounce it. Pardon me. Sorry. That are over 1,200 tons. And there is not a man in this world today that can figure out how this place was constructed. None. Not one bit. I'll show you a couple of the large blocks right here. As you can see, you see this person laying right here on one that was not finished. And as you can see it right here. Oops, sorry. Now let's take a look at the history of Baalbek. Baalbek grew into an important pilgrimage site in the ancient world for the worship of the Phoenician sky god Baal. Okay? Baal, that's right. Baal and the ruins of this early temple remain today beneath the later Roman temple of Jupiter Baal. All right? One and the same. So now we have a problem, don't we? Now we have the Phoenician god El, who has a son Baal, who is now the exact same person as Jupiter, Enoch, and all of the rest, right? Doesn't that appear to have a problem here? Let's read it again. Baal and the ruins of this early temple remain today beneath the later Roman temple of Jupiter Baal. So they have changed the name, but still worship it as because of the Romans came in there, claiming that Baal and Jupiter was one and the same. Okay? So let us take a look at who they say built Baalbek, shall we? Baalbek, the city of Cain. Baalbek. The same legend tells how Cain built Baalbek as a place of refuge after Jehovah had cursed him. Tradition states that the fortress of Baalbek on Mount Lebanon is the most ancient building in the world. Cain, the son of Adam, built it in the year 133 of the creation during a fit of raving madness. He gave it the name of his son, Enoch, and peopled it with giants who were punished for their iniquities by the flood. Okay? Another Arabic manuscript goes on to state that Baalbek, after the flood, Nimrod reigned over Lebanon. He sent giants to rebuild the fortress of Baalbek. So Baalbek, according to their legends, was built before even Nimrod stepped over there to rebuild it. And it was so named in honor of Baal, the god of the Moabites and worshippers of the sun. See, there's a lot of things that they're not going to tell you, and some of the other things is that according to Ammianus Marcellinus in 380 AD, that the monuments of the Giza Plateau were constructed before the flood by certain elders who had foreknowledge that a catastrophic deluge was coming. Who had that foreknowledge? There is only one entity that had foreknowledge that a deluge was coming. And we're about ready to explore that all right now. So let's quickly recap then. The Romans called that Baalbek Jupiter Baal. Okay? And we know that Jupiter is the son, or is Enoch, who now happens to be the son of Cain. Now, Jupiter is also the exact same as the Greek pantheon Zeus. So then that would imply that Jupiter, his father, is Saturn, right? And that would imply that Zeus's father, Kronos, is none other than Cain, correct? That's what it would imply. Okay, let us take a look at some things. According to Tacitus in his histories, that associates the Jewish god with Saturn. That's right. So El is Saturn. Jupiter is Saturn's son. Enoch. That's right. Now you know why they worship how they worship. And right here, as you can see, that he devours all of his children. The only ones missing were Jupiter and who is Zeus, right? So let us take a look at Kronos and Saturn. Now remember, Enoch is Osiris. So who is Osiris's dad? That's right, Ra, the god Ra. That's where we're going to, it's all going to get really, really crazy from here on out, folks. I'm telling you, once you see all this get put together, you guys are going to be like, man, I swear to God. So let us take a look here. Kronos. Hesiod calls Kronos as the crafty counselor. Josephus mentions that Cain changed the world into cunning craftiness. Kronos also is said to have ruled over the first generation of mankind, also called the golden age of the first age of mankind. That was the first golden age. Who ruled over the first golden age way back according to the Egyptians? That's right, Ra. Kronos is Ra, as is Saturn. Enoch, Jupiter, they're all one and the same. So, and Zeus. So let's continue. Philo, in his writing, says that Muth, was son of Kronos and Rhea, i.e. El and Ashtoreth. So there you have another link. Kronos is Saturn. Tacitus said that Saturn is the god of the Jews, right? The serpent line, okay? According to Philo's account of El, Kronos, and El of the Utigritic epics, Philo's El equals Kronos is a cruel and harsh. Well, isn't that true that we've seen that when something didn't go his way, especially when he told David to number the warriors of Israel, and David went and did the census. And who paid the ultimate price for David doing that? That's right. According to the story, it was 70,000 Jews that died behind the census that David completed. Now, does that sound like you're all-loving God to you? All right, so let's continue. The Romans took a more positive, innocuous view of the deity, Saturn, with Kronos. His association with the Saturnian golden age. There we have that special word again, golden age. And believe me, you're going to want to remember this because it's going to come up with what's going on right now, folks. Right freaking now. How is it possible that the Enoch of Seth's line could be confused with the Enoch of Canaan's line? According to even some Jewish scholars, that it appears that Seth's biblical line may be something of a fiction. Borrowed names from Cain's line, borrowed events such as the flood. Okay? Now we have a real huge problem, because Berosus tells us that the person that warned Xisuthros, it was under him that the great deluge took place. The history that is told in the sacred documents is as follows. Kronos appeared to him in his sleep and announced that all men should perish by a flood. He therefore commanded him to build a vessel and enter it with his family. Kronos, Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more and you'll hear how this all plays out.